Hey everybody, Pops Productions 124. So we went to a train show recently, and this was down in the San Diego area, and we came home with all this. We found two huge collections of vintage brass, die-cast, and actually some wood cars. And they were just giving this stuff away. For starters, I got this little what's the maker of this? It's like Lindsay Day something, and it's got a very high-end motor, and they're known for being really smooth. I haven't really got it running too good yet, but I tried it, and it wants to run. It hadn't run in like 40 years when I tried it. And I got this little thing. I think this is Tinshoto or something. It's an early brass, kind of crude Japanese model. It's missing its motor, but I'll figure out something to do with it. This here is a Varney Little Joe, and it's kind of interesting to me because a lot of times people would buy these and they wouldn't paint them up exactly what it was modeled after. It originally was a Baltimore and Ohio tank engine. Then I got these three here. These are old Kin-Kidder plantation tank engines. I've done a little work on these things, and all three of them run. This one the best so far. I want to say this one is like brand new. No one had ever really run this thing. It's I think it's actually factory paint because the little number isn't painted over, but it's kind of cool. This one's been customized and it's got the little decal on it. And like I said, that one runs the best by far. Then I got this little Varney yard switcher. I forgot the model of it, but it's got the belt or the spring belt drive motor in it, so it might be rather smooth. I don't know, I haven't tried it yet. It's missing one of its wheels. I think I got it in the box, but yeah, it's kind of cool. This thing is an interesting one here. I got this prior in the collection. Most of the stuff she had on the table was like a newer Athearn and just newer trains, plastic stuff that I'm not really interested in. But then I saw a box that said 2 Truck Shay, and I asked how much it was, and I saw this thing, and she said, "How about 30?" And I was like, that's a fair price for a Shay." But then I looked on the bottom, and it says United, and I was like, okay, yeah, done. This is a 25-ton 2 Truck Shay. I forgot the original road name on it, but I did a little research on it, and it's kind of a scarce item. And it runs okay. It's a little sluggish. I'm going to do a little work on it, see if I can get her back to life, but hey, at least the light works. And then I actually came home with another Shay too. This, I believe, is Kin-Kidder, or some sort of early Japanese import. It runs. Actually, it doesn't run all that bad. It's got a little bit of short, but one of the main reasons why I believe this thing is a Kin-Kidder is the motor. It's got kind of this I don't know what to call it. I'm going to call it a pancake motor, but it's kind of got this fat oblong motor, same as these little plantation engines. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's a Kin-Kidder. And this one here is a highly customized Penline 280. Somebody, I believe those are Mantua wheels, but I don't think I've ever seen that size on anything before. And it's definitely got a Mantua motor up in there. It runs not bad for not being serviced yet, and it's got a lot of nice details on there, which is a plus on it. That's a roundhouse tender. I believe that came with a 10-wheeler kit or something. It's a really nice model though. I got this with the Shay. Okay, speaking of Penline, I'm going to go to the other one here. Well, this is either Penline or Bowser. You know, I never even looked. It usually says on the side of the boiler Penline. Okay, it runs a little sluggish, but it's kind of cool. And this one came with the first collection. And I'll hopefully do an update on a lot of these. You'll see them, and I run them at TTOS soon. This one here is an interesting one. This. And that's right, this is the original Varney 484 sandcast brass. It's either 1939, I think. or it's early. This one has really early valve gear that are held together with rivets. Now those are really delicate, and a couple of them popped apart here, so I kind of jerry-rigged it, and this thing runs really nice. Now, one reason why we really like these things is they were made here in my hometown. This is the early version of the Bowser Challenger. These were made in Redlands here. And this one has been painted up fairly well. It runs, but the drive belt is warped because I believe they stored it kind of like this for a number of years, and the tubes warped. So I got to replace that. But hey, it's cool because it's got this wooden tender. That's literally a block of wood with Central Valley's stuck under it. And I hope to make an update on this. And I actually have another one, so maybe I'll show them both to you one of these days. And okay, this one here. This here is a Varney Pacific. It's got the early sandcast tender. I've never actually seen these two put together like this, and it actually makes a really nice pair. And someone did a really nice job at detailing too. It's got the old hand assembled details, the old lines and stuff. You can just tell this thing's really early though. And look at those trucks. 6893. These here are they're both powered, and they both run. These are Varney F3s, I do believe. And they have the belt drive motors. They're smooth as can be. They're smooth as can be for something that hasn't been serviced yet. And they're really well painted too. That's all hand painted. Look at that. Except for the writing, but I mean, all those pinstriping. Just look at that. That's really neat. These, it's kind of hard to find all these complete. You usually find them in, you know, just bits and pieces. Like you'll find one car, or you'll find this or whatever. I've never been able to get the entire thing. So these here are the original Varney. They're either Varney or Red Ball, or one of the old wood companies. Maintenance away train. They're all constructed out of wood. There might be some brass, aluminum. These things are aluminum, and the doors are die cast. And I believe they have Central Valleys under them. And then I got a couple more wooden cars over here. Now I only got 2 plastic items in this entire haul here, and one of them is this thing here. You tell me what's going on here, but I believe somebody cut up an old Lifelike 040 that was originally modeled after these things, and it's been converted into this, and they were probably going to make a Mikado or something out of it, but I might finish it someday. Then I got this thing here. This is a this Sacramento Northern wood box car, or wood type. Then I got this thing here. Some of you may know what this is. This is the Deluxe Varney motor, and it runs. I tried it, and it was in the parts box over there, and I just thought I'd put it over here. And that's a custom built flat car too. Needs a truck, but I could take care of that. It's just gonna sit right there. Then I got a couple more wooden cars over here. This one here is really cool, and in my opinion it's the Colorado and Southern ventilated refrigerator box car. Then I got this one. Needs a little help, but let's see, Northern Pacific. This is Varney. I can tell this one's Varney. Northern Pacific refrigerator car. And this one over here might be a future project of mine. An old combine car. I have the trucks. Just kind of needs to be painted and detailed. But it's all die cast in wood. And I'll see what I could do with that. Then over here I got a couple of in fact I got 4 tank cars from, no, I got 5 tank cars. This is a Athearn aluminum kit over here. And so is this one here, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's Athearn too. The old kits that you had to hand assemble. Then I got these 3 here. These three are Mantua brass or aluminum paper side cars. Now this completes my collection here, so I'm really happy about these, but they're really nice models too. And the paper's in really good condition. Nice fine age to them. They have the old Varney knuckle couplers on them. Decent old cars, what can I say? Then over here I got this, this is all die-cast. A steam crane car. Needs a little help, as you can see, but I might do something with this someday. I believe it had a kind of a crank thing that went in here, and you were able to lift and lower this. And I'm pretty sure that that is Bowser, I want to say. It might say on the bottom. It's either Bowser or Pinline. It's one of the old name brand companies or something. Then this thing over here, an old gravel car. And then there's a few more items over here. I took most of it out. There's mostly boxes, but little box of goodies over here is a brass boiler. I think it came off an international models consolidation kit. And then there's some assorted wheels. These are a wheel set for that flat car over there. An old Pitman motor. That was actually I put that in there. That was in the collection. An old Rivarossi parts to a Rivarossi tank engine. You had another one of those B&O engines. Anywho, and then I got a nice big collection of these KD couplers. There's a lot of these things down in there. And then there's some wood pieces too. There's a lot of these things down in there. A couple of them even built, I think. There's even some two-rail stuff too. I mean, that is not HO gauge. Yeah, look at it. Look at this big old coupler. That's like for a two-rail O-gauge trolley or something. Something obscure. You tell me. Anywho, thank you very much, everyone, for watching. If you could give me some information about these, please do. Please like, subscribe, and all that stuff.